Hey, beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode of Heartfelt Hustle. Today, I want to lean into a conversation that not enough entrepreneurs are having. And honestly, it is that could change the way you build everything from here on. I know it kind of feels like we're having those kind of conversations here, but that is exactly what this podcast, Heartfelt Hustle, is all about. So, let me start this episode with asking you a question. Have you ever felt guilty for needing to rest? For rescheduling maybe a client call? For realizing that your body needed you to slow down, but your mind was still raising like you shouldn't do that. And if you are nodding your head, then this episode is for you. Because the truth is that your energy is not endless. You were never meant to be the engine and the fuel. And building an aligned, sustainable business isn't just about scaling to the highs, but it's also about designing for the lows or being mindful how you can work around during the lows as well. So, what are we waiting for? Let's dive in.
Welcome to Heartfelt Hustle, the podcast that dives deep into the heart and hustle of entrepreneurship, where our dreams meet reality and where our passions fuel our success. I'm your host, Sushmita Jain, a launch strategist and operations director, founder of an outsourcing agency. Most of my clients call me their right hand woman, and most importantly, a curious soul as well as a nerd. I am here to share my experiences. I am here to share my insights. I am here to share practical tips that will help you build a thriving and a sustainable business. Whether you're an aspiring entrepreneur, a seasoned business owner, or someone looking to infuse more heart into your hustle, I am here and this podcast is for you. Each week, we'll dive into topics ranging from reconnecting to your passions, your soul, your why, and overcoming the roadblocks of your growth journey. So grab a cup of coffee, get comfortable, and let's dig in into this heartfelt hustle together.
I am sharing this with you today because not long ago, I would find myself sick, worn down, and facing a decision. Would I force myself to keep going in the name of consistency, or would I honor my humanity first? Feels like a Vampire Diaries episode, doesn't it? Well, sorry. Okay, coming back to the topic. I mean, there have been, or there used to be rather, not have been, there used to be these phases of me always being on versus then coming a time when I had to literally force myself to take a moment, listen to my body, let it get the rest it needed, and then get back to work. And it hit me like if my business needs me constantly on to survive, then have I really built freedom? I have just built another kind of trap, isn't it? I mean, yeah, that's something we definitely don't realize it, but a lot of us do. Unintentionally, but we do. And that realization cracked something open in me. It made me rethink everything, how I work, how I rest, how I even lead. And it made me realize the most magnetic businesses aren't built on constant action, they are built on deep, soulful sustainability. Yep, you did hear me right. So if you take nothing else from today, just there has to be like a really short, teeny tiny summary as to what you can take from today's episode. It would be this: your business should not only be strong when you are 100%, it should hold you and be there for you when you are at your 40% as well. It should adapt when you need to maybe take a moment for yourself. It should adapt when you are healing. It should breathe with you, not demand from you. Because if your business can't hold space for you and your vision and still your life, it can't truly hold space for all that's coming ahead of you or the vision you have for yourself. So, I want to share some powerful shifts with you today that are going to help you so much. Like, once I started implementing these in my life, it has been so liberating. So, first and foremost, I want you to slightly tweak how you look at things or how you process things or how you work around things. I want you to start thinking as the CEO of your business, of your living, breathing business, versus you just being someone who is trying to wing it all and just be there for your vision, you know? Because shifting your self image from someone who is just a hustler to someone who is actually bringing an entire business to life, then everything changes. Like, your job is not just to force growth every single freaking day, but your job is to actually tend into the ecosystem, literally as if you're a gardener, water, prune, and even sometimes let things rest under the soil if they need to let them germinate. Can you see? You know? Next, I want you to give yourself permission for resting. You don't need to earn rest. You don't need a dramatic reason to step back. Like, I've been there and I know how it works out. So, definitely, we do not want to go that route, do we? Rest is not a reward, it's a basic foundational requirement for real, and it is also required for lasting, sustainable growth. Next, then I want you to start looking at things in a certain way so that you can start creating your workflows. You can think of automations, you can think of communication templates that kick in if and when you need them when you are having your low moments, because not like you can't expect, and this is not you actually expecting yourself to fail, but because you want to honor different phases of how you are, where you are in your journey, you want to build your business which is sustainable. So if and when you need to pick few things up to help you or help things easy or be or make things easier for you, it still kind of works out. So that's what we're working for. And like I said, normalize rest seasons even publicly. Talk about it with your clients, with your community, and even with your team. The more we model healthy leadership, the more we are breaking free from the silent expectations that cause so much hidden burnout, like so much. And that's exactly why I am talking about it as well, because I have been there too. I know how it feels. I have worked on it and I am changing things. And that's exactly how I am sharing with you what has been working for me, like what actually helped me make those changes, you know? So I want you to leave this really short, teeny tiny episode of today. Like, I'm surprised. Today's episode is the shortest one I have ever recorded. But yeah, coming back to the point, I want you to leave with this. Your voice doesn't lose power when it's quieter. Your leadership doesn't shrink when you move slower. Your dreams don't die when you take a break. In fact, the deepest, richest part of your vision are often planted in the stillness, not in the sprint, right? So, if this conversation touched something in you today, if you've ever struggled to give yourself permission to pause, rest, or even just step out of your house, for God's sake, you know that you're not alone. This message is one I believe more business owners need to hear, especially those building from their heart, not just from the hustle, right? So if you know someone who is carrying the weight always on themselves and building the pressure up, please share this episode with them. You never know who's this entire like how it could literally change the entire trajectory for them, right? So share this episode with them and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Bye for now and see you in the next episode.